Hello guys, so welcome to SwissCJ-Fx. So thank you for joining me to trade live. So if this is your first time here, I would like you to like and subscribe to my channel. So this live is basically about the directional bias for the week, and I'm going to be covering several pairs like gold, pairs like GBPUSD, GBPJPY, USDJPY, and USOIL. So I don't trade all those pairs, but the pair I focus on mainly, I focus on GBPUSD, USDJPY, and sometimes gold. So right now, I'm going to start with gold right now. So to understand the directional bias of the market, actually it depends on the kind of trader that you are. If you are a swing trader, you may be going to as far as the monthly time frame and all that. But if you're a daily trader, I would recommend start from the daily or 4 hours time frame. So through that, you will have an idea of where the market is actually forming. So I'm going to start with gold, and this is the directional path for gold. So definitely gold is a pair that has always been trending for a very, very long time. So definitely gold is always on the upside in the higher time frame. But when you are trading as a daily trader, you can't be buying all the time. So you need to know when gold is buying and when gold is selling. So one of the best way to know the directional path for the week is to find out which order block or which breaker block is it reacting from. So when you understand this, you would not have any issues with understanding the directional path for the week. So if you understand what I'm saying, I'd like to say hi, put hi in the comment section. Thank you for coming. I appreciate. I will give you the best of my knowledge concerning forex trading, and I believe that you're going to enjoy this session with me. So right now, this is the daily time frame. As you can see, this is the trend line showing us the trend for gold. So you can see how gold actually came here, and it broke and it came and retested this order block. Sorry, this breaker block. Sorry. So now gold has now actually touched this place. This order block that and is now coming to this level. So what we're actually seeing here, gold has finally touched this order block. We know that a reaction will happen, but how strong would the reaction be? Alright, so we'll come down to the 4 hours time frame to see. Alright, so okay, okay. So you can see that price is reacting at this level, at this order block here. So from all indication from the daily time frame, we can see that gold is actually moving towards the downside, right? And the reason why I say so is because of number one, you can see that it couldn't break this this order block, so this breaker block on the towards the upside, so it rejected from that point and came back here. Then again, it couldn't go up here. Then it reacted at this level. At this level here, is now coming down. You can see this strong candlestick. So anytime candle has a very strong candlestick towards another block, a breaker block, it's not always advisable to have an entry at that level, right? Because it's likely going to break this level. Right? So even though we are designed to enter, we are going to be looking for sales position. So we believe that from all indication, gold is actually selling. Yeah, so gold is actually selling. So So we're expecting gold to sell. So if we're actually looking for selling position, we either, okay, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so we either sell from this place, we wait for price to come to this level here. So if price comes here, and from here, either price can come here, then finally sell to the downside, or price will move from here, come to this place, and maybe now finally sell down to the downside. So either one of them is actually going to happen. But for the meantime, if you are really eager to trade, you can actually place a buy at this level. You know, you can actually place a buy at this, and so you are just going to aim from this level to this level here. So that's all you just be aiming for. Don't aim anything higher than that. If you do that, you are on your own. So but right now we are not going to enter any form of buy right now, right? Because we know this is more like a correctional move, then this is going to be the impulsive. Right? So right now, if we were to actually enter, we're going to enter when price comes to this level here. So when price comes to this level here, then you can buy. But if price doesn't come to this, so we'll wait for something like this. So if it's your first time, we'd like to drop a high. So when you see something like this and it's pointing on, then we'll now, when we see something like price coming and you rejected from that level, right? So we'll now start buying. So at this level, if we want to buy, so let's see the risk to reward. So this is 1:6. That's nice. Right? So most likely it's possible that um, that price will actually come to this level. Yeah. So if you ask me what's the directional bias for the week, of well, starting from today, it's actually a buy, but we know that gold is actually going to sell. So it's either if finally gold comes to this level and it does not react, right, what's going to happen is that you're going to see a very strong sell, right, from this level here. Price will just break this level and shoot down. Right? So, but we know that you're not good. Anything that is trying to buy it, don't even try it. You have to buy, wait for price to come to this level first, then you buy. Right? So that is just it for gold. That is it for gold. So the next pair we'll look at GBPUSD. GBPUSD. Okay. All right. So let's go to the daily time frame to understand the directional bar. Okay. So I actually predicted this, but price didn't react at this other block. So definitely, all right. So price didn't react at this other block. So that means we're going to expect price to come at this. So at this breakout block, sorry, right? So definitely, from all indications, we can see that price actually on the sell side. Price actually going to sell to this area before it finally now goes up. So that is actually directional bias. So definitely price is actually we're actually buying, right? Because again, when you look at it, you can see that it actually broke, so it's going to move from here, then move down, and from here to now finally go up. So, but if you ask me, the directional bias for me is we're actually going to be looking for more of sales, more of the selling side. Right, so we're going to look for more of the selling side. So we're going to be focused more on sales. So if you are trading GBPUSD, right, um, just focus on sales. That's just the major thing right now. So don't even bother say you want to buy. So price actually come here, let's down, finally go down. Alright, so that's it with that. Then the next pair that we'll look out for is USDJPY. Alright, so actually, so you can see that. Okay, so price didn't go as expected. So price actually came here, it broke this level, then finally went and now went here, then it reacted at this other block here. So for price reversal, so definitely this is actually on the buy side on the other block. So if you want to enter, right, you must make sure that so okay. So at this level here, price is actually going to reject at this level. Then it's actually going to come down here. Then before it now finally continue moving up to his intended direction. So USDJPY is actually going to buy. Wait, let me check something about my directional bias. Okay, so I think I'm correct because USDJPY and GBPUSD they always go in the opposite direction. So if you want to confirm if your bias is right in any of these pairs, just for instance, if you are trading GBPUSD and I want to confirm if your bias is right, make sure that when you go to USDJPY, it's actually moving towards the opposite direction. If you are trading GBPUSD and you are seeing buy and you go to USDJPY and you are seeing the same buy, just know that your setup for GPUSD is actually wrong. Just know that you understand. So the probability that that trade may not go well is actually high. So in most cases, one of the signs that you are on the right track is if you are trading GPUSD, use USDJPY to confirm if it's moving in the opposite direction. And so we're actually going to see something like this. Then so that is it for GBP, that is it for USDJPY. And the next one is okay. So let us do BTC. Let's do BTC. Okay, so let's go to the higher time frame. Okay, so definitely you can see that price is reacting from this level here. Okay, Okay, so okay, okay. So price actually reacting from this level here. So it's a no-brainer that we are actually on the sell side. So if you are to actually enter, so if you are to actually enter, you must make sure that price. So you make sure that price. Yeah. So okay, so it has finally reacted from this point and is on the downside. So if you are to enter, you can just wait. You can wait for price to actually come back to this level. Right? Then finally it will now sell to the downside. So that is it for BTC USD. So if you are enjoying what I'm saying, I would like you to comment on right in the comment section. Right in the comment section on if you want anything, if you want me to explain it to you, you can write on the comment section. Alright, and okay. So the next pair that we'll look out for is GBPJPY. So this is GBPJPY. So looking at this, we can see that price this 1 hour time frame definitely. Well, let's check the general bias for the week. Okay. So looking at this, okay, so let's see where it's actually reacting from. This point, let's see where this point is actually reacting from. Okay, so it's actually reacting from an order block from this region here. Yeah, so that's where GBPJPY is actually reacting from. Okay, so price actually reacting from that point. So So you can see that price is actually has this is returning to this level, creating a higher low. So creating a lower high and lower low. So you can see that price actually came from this point to this point. We're seeing price actually come here, then it will now move to the upside here. So for this week, oh, this is GBPUSD, sorry. Um, so this is the pair I intend to actually all right, I'm back. So this is actually GBPJPY. The other one actually did was GBPAUD. So if you are trading that pair, so that is actually the directional bias for the week. And so uh, okay. So the last time I tried predicting, it didn't go as intended. So right now from the daily time frame, as you can see, it's creating higher highs and higher low, higher and higher low. Then it came here, then it finally now went up, right? So it's doing the same thing, and finally price actually came. It tested this point twice before it finally came in. So we're actually on the upside. We're actually on the upside right now. So, but we cannot buy from here yet. So we need to wait for price to actually come to this zone and break out from this zone. Then it will now come here, right? And test it before it now start going up. So that is what we're actually looking for. So when price comes to this point, that's when we buy. But from this region right here, I would advise you not to. I say you want to risk it, so you need to wait for it to break. So one of the factors that distinguish profitable traders from people that are not profitable is their ability to wait for their setup to click. Right? You don't just enter any trade anyhow that you like. You must make sure that the trade, hits comes to your point of interest before you actually enter. Yeah, so this is the directional bias for the week. So I believe that GBPJPY actually moved to the upside, but this is actually the final movement, right? So then the next one right now, or the final one, is US oil, right? Okay, so US oil. So the last time that, so definitely is actually on the upside, as predicted, but it didn't come to our point of interest, which is at this point, before it finally moved up to the upside. So even though it does not come, when it finally breaks up, we actually focus on the breaker block. So now that price has finally touched this breaker block, it's now finally moving to the upside. So the same thing happened here also. Price actually came and touched this place. It's now moving to the upside. So likely we may actually wait for it to come to this level, but we will need to be patient at this region here. We need to be patient at this region. So let me do a rough. So this is okay. So it is actually moving on the upside. So it's moving on the upside. And so the best we can do is maybe we can just wait for price to always come down to this level, because it is better that way, because you are more in control when you wait for your setup than when you enter any setup. So wait for price to come to this level first before we actually finally enter. So then if we actually position our longs, okay, so this is 1:4:1, so it's not bad. So if you want to trade sell, you can trade, but always wait for the price to actually come to your point of interest before you enter. So concerning rating, my prediction for last week directional buyers, well, it was not that impressive, but I can assure you that you know as time goes on, there will be so much accuracy in telling you the directional bias. You know, because one of the best way to actually learn is by making mistakes. So if you're avoiding trying to make mistakes, that's when you will not learn. So it's one of the why I'm trying to put myself out there so that any mistake I'll make it so the whole world can see. So that when I'm actually getting it right, the whole world can see that I saw it when this guy was making mistakes in his directional bias, but right now the guy knows what he's actually doing. So if you have been with me throughout this live, I want to say a very big thank you. Um, so I wish you a very, very wonderful trade, and I would like you to subscribe to my channel. I would like you to say hi in the comment section. So I wish you a successful trade this week. So see you next time, and God bless you.